Hi everyone, Stephanie here. I've gotten a lot of questions like, how do I land my first social media management client? So I've done the training, I'm certified, I feel confident enough in the skills that I have learned, but how do I land my first clients? The answer to that question is there are so many ways to land your first client, but today I'm going to be sharing with you the exact strategy I use to land my own very first client and the same strategy I share with my students in the social media management bootcamp. So if that is something you're looking to learn, I'm sure already it is because you clicked on this video. Stay right till the end. Let's get right into the video. The very first thing you have to do to land your first client is to get experience. Yes, that is the very first thing. One thing I want you to understand is that you are definitely going to be met with objections. Have you worked with any clients? Can I see a sample of the work you have done? Even when I make referrals, I like to ask for samples of work they have done, their profile or their client's profile. Can you share links to profile that you have worked with? Can I see your designs? Can I see videos you have edited? These are the kind of objections you are going to meet. And the truth is, you cannot overcome these objections as a new or even like as an experienced social media manager. So the first thing you're going to do is to get in the game. Yes, you need to get in the game and you need to get in the game fast. So for me, what that meant was, do I know any business owners? Do I have any family, any friends, anybody I could reach out to and just tell them, oh, this is what I'm doing right now. Thinking back now, I think I did, but I didn't really think in-depthly as to whether I had these people or not. And so I didn't reach out to my family. And if I'm being very honest, one of the reasons I didn't reach out to like family or friends or, friend or friends was because I wasn't really willing to do free work. I'm not an advocate for doing free work. So what did I do? I began to pitch my service. The strategy I used to land my very first client on social media was the outbound marketing strategy. Before I did the outbound marketing strategy, I had to make myself look more professional. So I didn't use my personal account where I'm like posing with my family or going to the beach. Like I didn't use an account that really didn't reflect what I was telling them that I want to do for them. So what did I do? I decided to turn my personal account that I had a couple of followers and I really wasn't sure. This was on Instagram. I didn't do that on Facebook. So I just changed my name more official, like a brand name, which now evolved to what I use now. The first client reached out to me through the brand I started building on TikTok. Now, how did I start building that brand? Whatever I learned, the researches I had done, right? I simply started making videos of that. So I just pick up my phone. I'm not camera shy, you could be. And if you are, LinkedIn is a better place for you to be because you can just use your pictures. At least even though you're camera shy, you do take selfies, you do take pictures, right? So LinkedIn can be a better platform for you, but I wasn't camera shy. So what did I do? I decided I was always going to record TikToks. Let's owners do this, don't do that on social media. Based off the research I had also done about the industry. So that was how I got my very first client. She saw my TikTok video where I was talking and I spoke with so much confidence. Nobody would even know. You wouldn't guess that I was a newbie. Probably an expert would know, but if we are both newbies, you wouldn't have guessed that I was a newbie in the industry. You don't necessarily have to know what you want your brand name to be. You can always evolve. So you may be thinking, oh, personal brand, how do I do this? This is something that we hold your hands to do in the social media management bootcamp, which we ensure that you start a personal brand even while you are in the bootcamp. So I changed the brand name. I made a couple of posts, maybe two or three, and then I used that account to now do the strategy that I'm going to tell you about in this video. Now, what strategy did I use? I used the outbound marketing strategy. What is outbound marketing? Outbound marketing is simply, in just simple terms, reaching out to people you've never really had communication with. You don't know them and they do not know you. That is simply what outbound marketing strategy is. And outbound marketing comes in form of cold DMs, cold emails, and cold calls. Outbound can also be in person. So I go in and I drop my business cards. I tell them, hey, my name is Stephanie. I own a marketing agency. We do social media management, content creation, content editing, and all of that. So if this is something you're looking for, please feel free to reach out, and I leave my business card with them. So these are 4 ways you can do outbound marketing. My second client, who paid me 30,000 naira, I just randomly went on Instagram and I decided, you know what, I'm going to send out 5 messages daily to brands that I would love to work with. And my message looks something like, hi, my name is Stephanie. I went through your page and I really love what you do. And if I'm being very honest, I didn't just randomly tell people I love what they do. I actually did. The people I messaged, I actually did like them, their personality, the brand personality as well. So I messaged her. I told her, you know, but in all honesty, I'm trying to pitch my service to you as a social media manager. I am available to join your team. And she messaged, like she replied my message, I think that evening or the next day. When I'm back, we'll schedule a meeting. And I scheduled that meeting. 1 week later, she signed my contract. I signed her non-disclosure agreement, and we started working together. Cold DM has now gotten sort of a bad name in quotes because everybody now claims to be a social media manager, and sometimes they don't really have the experience. And some of these business owners have had terrible experiences with people who have claimed to be social media managers. I still do cold DMs, even though I now own a social media agency and I've run this agency for almost 3 years. I still do outbound marketing. So what can you do? What you can do is to reach out with a cold DM. I'll include the script that I use, the exact script that I use in the description, and you can decide to copy that and use or tweak it to your liking. So, hi, my name is Stephanie. I introduce myself and I tell them that I'm sincerely reaching out to pitch my service to you as this, and I would love to offer you something in return. And what I usually offer them is content calendar, or I don't do content editing, but if that's something you can do and something you're willing to offer, you can do that for them. We need to give something. Why should I hire you? Like, why should I be interested? Why are you different? If 10 people have sent me cold DMs, why should I pay attention to your own DM? I say I would love to offer you some content ideas. If this is something you're interested in, please feel free to message right back. And usually they say, oh, it's something I'm interested in. And I plan out the content calendar for them. The content calendar you are offering them is not something you are going to go to ChatGPT to get. No. If you want to offer someone something and you want them to trust you, offer them something good. You can offer just 1 week of content calendar, and you take your time and do in-depth research. So you can decide that in a week, I'm going to pitch to 5 brands. Out of 5, maybe 3 or 2 would reach out to you. And so you have time. You tell them, all right, give me maybe about 2 to 3 days. So you take your time and do an in-depth content research. Who are their target audience? Who are their competitors? What are their competitors doing and not doing that you can adapt for them? And you offer this thing to them free of charge. You can also decide to say, I'll edit this content for you. Just send me your videos. I just want to help you edit content or post this content for you. Let's say you've worked with them for about 7 days and they cannot afford to pay you or bring you on a retainer. What you can do for them is say, hey, I can continue to do this for you for the next 1 month, but let's say I get a potential client. Can I send your contact to them? Let's say this potential client is on the fence about hiring me. Now, remember that the only reason anybody would want to refer you or stand in the gap as a referrer for you is if you have done good work. Most times, they would be more than happy to say yes. So now what you're doing is that you're creating a referral system for your business. You take that one client and turn them into 10 clients because you have done good work for them. They would always be willing to refer you to more and more clients. And so in this way, you've overcome that objection where someone asks you, can I see what you have done? Can I see samples of your work? Or can I speak with people you have worked with in the past? Next strategy you can use is to search the hashtag launching soon. That is a hashtag you can use to get, startup businesses on LinkedIn and on Instagram that you can pitch to. I think even on TikTok you can do this as well. But mostly I use Instagram and LinkedIn to pitch. I see that you are starting up your brand. I would love to be a social media manager if you do not already have one. And if you have done free trial for anybody, that can now be a resource for you to show to them, like, this is a sample of what I have done and this is what I can do. Remember that I said you must do the work well. Do it well. They may not pay you, but they may or may not pay you, but it adds to your portfolio. It makes them trust you. And even if they are not ready at the moment to bring on a social media manager, in the long run, they could remember you and remember that you did something good for them and bring you on board. And just in case you're wondering, I've heard all of this, but I'm still not confident in how to do it. We teach you how to do this step by step in the social media management bootcamp, how to get those clients, how to pitch to them, how to search out the clients who are most likely to respond to your DMs, because not everyone would do that, how to actually do the work that will make these clients excited to refer you to the next person, and how to turn this 7-day free trial you have offered to them into a case study that you can use to present to more and more clients. The link is in the description. You can click that to sign up. So that's it. It's really that simple. Most people want to wait until they feel confident, and the truth is, you are never going to feel confident enough. If you could just take that one bold step, if you could just decide that after watching this video, I'm going to leave YouTube, I'm going to take the script that has been provided for me in the description and tweak it if I want to, and I'm going to reach out to 5 businesses, and whoever responds to me, I will take my time to do the work so that I can get on their good side and get them to become my referral system. Competence and skills build that confidence, and there is no better way to get that confidence than to go out and pitch yourself. If you watch up to this point and this video was helpful, kindly like the video. I know a lot of you are not subscribed, so please subscribe as well. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you'd also like content on how to price your services, feel free to leave that in the comments as well, and I'll be more than glad to share that.